even sure Jimmy G is going to be any good.
Well, I think Kyle Shanahan's proven time and again what he wants his offense to look like. I mean, Matt Ryan proved that in the Super Bowl outside of choking horrendously. It's a play-action offense that, like, Greg Kittle's their best receiver, straight up. They can run the ball, and the receivers who do get the ball can make some plays. Marquise Goodwin can make some plays. He's a legit deep threat. And all they got to do is really go out and draft some receivers now. Think about it.
Okay, so you didn't let me talk until you finished yours, but you can talk during my segment.
Because you asked,
I just want to check. Is that how it works?
You asked me a question.
Is that how it
and I
checks?
answered it. You asked me a question and I answered it. Let the record state. Don't poke the bear. And I won't.
We'll save this for.
I won't come out my
We'll
cave.
save this for fan court.
Fan court.
But yeah, man. My other winner is Green Bay Packers. I mean, they got 2 of the 5 best pass rushers available between Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith. And actually, it's funny to me that Zadarius Smith got paid more because Preston Smith is actually
A better player.
not just a better player, but more durable. Like, he's never missed a game. He's been starting for 3 straight seasons and basically playing every game of his whole entire
Never had
career.
10 sacks, but, you know.
I get it, but at the same time, I mean, I get it. I and a lot of people have been saying that about him, especially because he's played across from Ryan Kerrigan, that he should have more sacks. But he does so much around the football that I feel like he's going to be good there. I think another winner, as much as I hate to say it because I feel like they played the boom or bust play, the Baltimore Ravens.
They got
Mark Ingram
and Earl Thomas.
Who are 2 veterans. They're 29 years old.
They let Eric
They both
Waddle
have
walk.
miles, but they both have a ton of high
Experience.
big game experience, and I feel like they're hungry, and bringing them into a team like the Ravens in a division that's kind of floundering. I see what they're doing, and I like it because they were in the playoffs last year. Now they have a young quarterback. They need some more leadership, and so they went out and got it.
Except they signed a third-string blocking tight end.
That's true.
Gave him like $20 million guaranteed.
That's true. That's what I'm saying.
Dumb shit.
So yeah, I mean, they're kind of playing the boom or bust. I just really believe in. I believe in Earl Thomas. I believe in Mark Ingram. You know, Ingram has low mileage on him because he's basically split carries his entire career.
I think he's the all-time leading rusher in Saints history.
He's only had like 2,000-yard rushing seasons,
but he's had like high number rushing.
and his best
He's gotten
season was
close.
actually like the year before they got Alvin Kamara. He had like 1,800 yards from scrimmage and like 10 touchdowns or something.
But he had like 966 rushing yards.
No, that was the year. That was like the year before. One year he did have like
Over 1,000.
he had like 1,200.
All I'm saying is, when we break it down, they solidified their secondary with Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas, Tony Jefferson, Marlon Humphrey, and Jimmy Smith. And they re-signed their nickel corner, the cat out of Temple, Tavon Young. And they have Tyus Bowser. They have Tim Williams. They have pass rushers, and they have a young core. They lost C.J. Mosley, but I honestly said it and I called it, that C.J. Mosley was the perfect New York Jets middle linebacker. He was literally like, what's his face, David Harris 2.0.
We'll get to that later, but
yeah,
I feel like, where do you see the Jets? Do they fall on the winner or loser? Or are they no?
The Jets totally won
because they spent a lot of money on C.J. Mosley on the defense, and they spent a lot of money on Le'Veon Bell, and they got hosed by Anthony Barr, who committed to them and then went back to Minnesota.
But they should probably get a.
He actually would have been perfect there. That might actually be a career move he regrets the rest of his life.
Nah,
because he could have been a 3-4 end with Leonard Williams.
3-4 outside linebacker.
Yeah, 3-4 outside linebacker with Leonard Williams playing beside him.
And then they draft
and C.J. Mosley cleaning up the run on the inside.
And then they draft
literally all he would have had to do was rush the passer.
With 4.4 speed and 6.5. But, I mean, Minnesota has a better team and a better defense. So it's also that. Him, Eric Kendricks, let's say the Vikings draft Devin Bush. You have 3 linebackers who can run like a sub 4.5. And look at their defense. If you actually get, and they finally cut Andrew Sandejo, so you have Harrison Smith. They actually get a proper strong safety. Maybe Eric Berry goes to Minnesota. Who knows? And then you get like a Devin Bush at outside linebacker, and the defensive line's already good. Minnesota's defense is right there again, and all you got to do is fix the offense, which they're doing. They're fixing They cut Mike Reimers and a couple other people. But when it comes to your question about the Jets, they got KO out of Oakland
at $50 million.
Doesn't matter.
Stupid.
They got. Do you know who was on their offensive line?
I get that. I see what it is. You know, you gamble. You're giving Le'Veon all this money. You got to give him someone to open some holes for him.
Sam Darnold needs a Le'Veon Bell. He would be his best friend.
He does need that for sure. He's Ronald Jones to
Sam Darnold.
7th exponentially better.
Better, but he doesn't have 4.4 speed. And the Buccaneers are probably going to use
Ronald Jones run a 4.52 at the combine?
He ran a 4. He ran a 4.
You like talking about that.
He's the Texas Tesla. He's the Texas Tesla.
But let it be a Texas
He's
running
the
back.
5th all-time leading rusher in USC
Let
history.
it be a Texas running back who runs a 4.4 at his pro day, but ran a 4.5 at his combine. Then you only point to the combine numbers.
Chris Owen.
But a USC running back, now you cite the pro day numbers. Oh, how convenient. Conflict of interest, Kenny of Troy? I think so. But let's move on.
Unlike all those rich-ass
we already
white
know
kids,
you're
I
USC.
didn't get falsely admitted into USC.
Ooh, but we'll get to that later.
But I'd definitely be a great fit in their school.
Man, another loser, I was going to say, man, the Detroit Lions really just...
They're the John of the week.
They really tried to buy relevancy. Like, it was really, really sad.
They tried to buy love from an escort.
But yeah, between
a $90 million contract
to Trey Flowers, a dude who's never had double-digit sacks.
He had 21 sacks for the Patriots, and he was in Matt Patricia's defense. Oh, and he ran a 4.9. Yeah, people say speed don't matter, but if a pit bull's chasing you down the street,
but it gets
I'd rather
worse.
run a 4.2 than a 5.7.
It gets worse. Their cloud chasing of New England gets even worse. They signed washed-up-ass Danny Amendola, which, how does he keep getting contracts?
$4.5 million. His attorney.
How does he keep getting contracts?
His agent is amazing. Shout out to his agent.
Shout out to his agent. Which, by the way, man, shout out to Kyle Long for that, because that was hilarious. Someone at PFF was like, Kyle Long's the most overrated player in the league based off his salary.
Thanks to my agent.
And then he basically quoted the tweet and said, shout out to my agent, and tagged his agent. Man, those Longs. I fuck with them. Ah, shit.
Really?
Fuck. Damn it. Ah, that's 4.
What? Oh, shit.
Not this again. 2 weeks in a row?
That's me.
No, it was definitely me.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me. I was like, wait a minute. So, wow, it was you and you dropped an F-bomb.
Yeah, that was $5 going to the Hood Chinese fund.
That's definitely $5.
And then to even
That's
make things worse,
money.
they signed nickel corner Justin Coleman, who's also a Patriot. And then they even got Jesse James from the Steelers, and they gave him a bunch of money,
the dude from Pokemon?
No, Jesse James, the wannabe Heath Miller with the beard.
You mean the racist dude who dated Sandra Bullock from Blindside?
Is that who he is? I don't know.
You mean the serial killer Jesse James? You mean Jesse James from Pokemon? Are you sure? Team Rocket fame?
The dude who had like one good season like 2 years ago before Vance McDonald came and took all his cheese.
And he kept dropping passes. Yo, by the way, what is the message? What is the chat room saying right now? Oh, because Panther slander is coming.
Yo, what's good, X? What's up, Kesey? How you doing, man?
What's up, X Squad? Appreciate you. We love you. Don't worry, we'll get to the Falcons in a minute.
Some other losers of the week.
Let's see.
No, I'm getting you. The Titans. Roger Saffold. I love Roger Saffold. I met him before. He's a cool dude. One-time Raider, almost a Raider. Raider for like a day.
Tell you about that.
Whatever you want to call about it. He signed a mega deal with the Titans. And then you splurge that with the fact that they spent a bunch of money on Adam Humphries after one good year where he didn't even surpass 1,000 yards. I think he had like 893 or something.
718, I think, or some crazy number.
And they basically paid him to be their number one receiver.
Their number 3 receiver. He's an overpriced slot receiver.
Exactly.
At least be Drew Bennett. At least Drew Bennett put up 1,000-yard season. The Titans just are always going to be trash. Sorry. I hate to break it to y'all. They're never breaking out of the AFC South. It's just not going to happen.
Any other losers I forgot?
The Steelers.
I think the Steelers are a loser, as you mentioned, losing AB. And then even the Chiefs, cutting Houston, cutting Eric Berry. Even though they got Honey Badger, Tyrone Matthew. I don't know if they're any better. Like,
are the Jags losers?
They're no.
We're gonna save that for the Todd Gurley segment.
We're gonna save that. I mean, Nick Foles for Blake Bortles. I think it's a wash personally. And then
the Chargers are the Chargers winners. They got Tyrod Taylor. And
I'm not gonna say the Chargers are a winner yet because
they haven't won anything.
That and they lost a lot of free agents. They lost Verrett. They lost Williams, and then they have the other Williams at corner. They have to re-sign, who's a restricted free agent, so he'll probably return. But they re-signed Perriman, signed Davis. They still need a backup running back. They still have a couple holes to fill.
Eckler's nice.
They still have a. I mean, who's gonna fill? Mike Williams is ready to be a full-time number 2 receiver?
He's ready to be a number 1 receiver, if we're going to be honest.
Ooh, he's coming for Keenan Allen? Hot take of the day?
He's already faster than Keenan Allen. And he had a bunch of big plays last year. I think he had over 10 touchdowns. He's ready. Mike Williams, I'm telling you, he was dominant. He wasn't dominating Alabama in that title game for no reason. He wasn't doing it for no reason. He was a dominant receiver. And I think in any other offense, he'd been given the ball more.
But yeah, they also got to address their defensive tackle position still. If Sue goes there, Sue would be great there for the Chargers. They could get him. But they still have Phil Line, who had 10 sacks in 2 years.
They re-signed Brandon Mebane.
Huh?
The Chargers re-signed him. Don't hate on that, man. You know where Sue should go? Sue should go? Are you ready for this hot take?
Go.
The Indianapolis Colts.
Why? Because if Jahadi Ward can have success there, then anybody can?
They re-signed Marcus Hunt. You put Marcus Hunt, actually, and Jahadi Ward didn't. It wasn't Jahadi Ward. It was Danico Autry. He had 9
my
sacks.
bad.
If you put Danico Autry on that D-line, Marcus Hunt, and then Ndamukong Suh anywhere on that D-line, now your linebackers won't be you don't have to worry so much about your other linebackers and your safety positions. You won't have to reach for a defensive tackle in this draft for the other Colts. I would throw money at Ndamukong Suh, even if it's only for 1 or 2 years. You're the Colts, you're trying to rebuild your defense. You already have an all-pro middle linebacker. Why not put an all-pro defensive tackle in front of him and let Sue actually go get the quarterback? And Marcus Hunt be, I don't know, a role player?
So, one winner I didn't get to, which I forgot, just going through it again. I actually like what the Cardinals did. A lot. Between getting Terrell Suggs.
It's official that they got Terrell Suggs?
I thought it was.
There's rumors. He's from Arizona.
They re-signed, no, they didn't re-sign Golden. They signed somebody else, though, too. I'm blanking on what else they did. Help me out.
It really wasn't all that important.
They signed a linebacker, too.
I think the Buccaneers got Dayon Buchanan on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, who cares?
But he's back with Bruce Arians, so it'll actually probably be really good.
All right, man. Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about in terms of free agency?
I think...
Ugh.
Yeah, I know it was gross.
Nasty ass.
Sinuses, bro. I'm dying right now. I'm sweating. It's hot in here. It's ridiculous. Antonio Brown.
Wait. That's who the Cardinals got. They got Kevin White. I actually like that move, even though I know he's a complete total draft bust. Cardinals really got nothing to lose.
He's fast. He runs a 4.35.
He's fast. He runs a 4.3. He made a couple highlight catches last year. Gave them something to get.